First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick taken into 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. X3, let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Hickman, only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You draw Porkins.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, Delta. Mike 55. Mike 55. Push him back. Now.
Off the play fake. Rodriguez. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Topper, topper.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Check 9, check 9.
On 1st down, Stewart. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Haywood!
2nd and 5. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Pilot, 64, weak. Check, 59. I'm coming. Lightning. Let go.
Rodriguez now. Off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Back. Greystone, travel.
Now Rodriguez on 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Here we go. 60 or. Shoot.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready.
Coming coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Stewart, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Ready?
Now a give, right side. Stewart. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the double.
Mike 55. Watch the run.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Go. 61. Matchbox lights.
40. Check 26. Check 26. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Lee Griffin.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Ready? 10-2 star. 80 weapons.
Get ready. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
You got that.
2nd and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Back to throw again. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks nothing.
Go now. 18 Gator. Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 4. Watch the eye. Check hot route. Hot. Check the backer.
On 1st down, Stewart. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Boom!
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Tight down. There you go. He's checking. He's checking. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Check 24. Check. Takes 3. 218. Chop it. 5.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
4 down, check, 4 down. Watch take the green, watch take the green.
Huge off Porter.
Alert flat. Showing that.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Ready.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Charlie.
Check 55, Mike. He runs. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Watch the screen. Pass. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Rodriguez. That's complete to Slayton. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. Brings up
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Got a man, Slayton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready, set.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Hatchet, hatchet.
Snap.
They'll try the left side. Hickman, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Ready up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, you got 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. Hey! I-7. Clear.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Go.
He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, he shifts past him. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Set up. 15 line. 15 line. We go. Yep. Hey, seam 6. 5.
On 2nd down now, Hickman. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Ready? 8, read.
Watching the 5. Rip right.
Hey, Sam off. Cut. Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Protein spill. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Break. 55. Hey, eat. Pilot, 64, weak. Check. Leo. Come. And go.
Rodriguez off the play fake. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch left. Tight. Watch left. 3 down.
Hey, Wahoo!
Watch out.
General West. Snap.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Looking to throw. Rodriguez escaping the pressure right. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Got it.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. 61. Matchbox lights.
Slam. Watch the shift.
To throw is Rodriguez. Throwing on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 3 down.
Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stewart. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I love it. 3 down. 3 down.
Get it.
They'll set up to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Seahawks.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight ends on the loosey.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. He'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over him. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Hickman. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Five.
Here's Rodriguez. From the gun, he'll throw. Catch made by Slayton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let him know.
Hey, Orbit.
Check 49. Mike 55. I got it. Mike 55.
Way to go.
Rodriguez now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 39. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base.
55. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
2.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Lions on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch twist. Watch.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Ready.
Back to throw. Rodriguez. The 20. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rodriguez. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Eluding the... And he's going to go down again. The sack there by Rasheem Green. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground. This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
We got 4. We got 4.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch left. Check number 6. Check number 6. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
2nd and long. He'll find Metcalf. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On 3rd down. Stewart, and he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Watch the run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hickman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
55. Here we go, here we go.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Lions, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.